Welcome back to the neighborhood, boys and girls. Our next guest is the newest member of the team here at Envoy Mortgage, Frankie Ranzino. Welcome to the neighborhood, my man.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much for coming in here. So, you were an outside friend of Envoy Mortgage for a long time. Talk a little bit about what made you finally jump on board with the Tri-State Group and join us here at Envoy Mortgage.
So what I like about Envoy Mortgage is it's very, very family oriented, and it's a very, very hands-on mortgage company. Say always. And what I like that you guys do is your networking and how you pretty much just not only do mortgages very well, but you're very active in the community. And I like that you guys are very active and that you guys are obviously trying to just help people out, not just in real estate, but outside of real estate. So I want to be a part of something that's bigger than me.
Nice. I like it. Now, you do some stuff on social media, and we were just talking the last two guests we had about that. You actually do TikTok, which I still haven't mastered. I watch, but I don't really go. And it's crazy. Every day when I open up my TikTok, there's Frankie Ranzino, you're the mortgage guy, on there. How do you tend to convert social media into business and followers?
So my biggest thing with social media is I think that if you give something to the public and you can teach them how to not make a lot of mistakes, because let's be real estate's not exactly easy. No. So when a lot of people don't even know to get pre-approved first. A lot of people want to run and go get a house first and then try to get pre-approved. They kind of do everything out of order. Sure. So for me, the way that I look at things is if I can obviously give people like a blueprint almost and just like an outline of, loan products, how to buy a house the right way, how to work with the right lender, it kind of just, people gravitate towards you when you start to really help them out. So, I mean, I'm here to help everyone out. I didn't know mortgages. When I got into it, I learned it. When I started, we didn't even really teach us mortgages. And then once I started to get into the business and really learning everything, I figured I could give that knowledge back to the public.
I like it. Now, talk a little bit about pre-mortgages. What was your journey like that got you into the mortgage industry? Like, what are some of the career path steps that you had? Because you didn't start in mortgages, but you wound up here.
So originally, I went to college for 2 semesters. Realized that wasn't for me.
What were your major in?
Just business development when we went originally, but business development's so broad, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
It just wasn't really for me, the whole college scene. It just wasn't my thing. Then I went to vocational school to do to be an electrician, and electrician's a great job, but I started realizing I didn't want to have a bad back and get electrocuted a couple times a week. So
1 or 2 of them little zaps, and you're like, let me get to a desk job.
Yeah, I got zapped one time, and I was like, all right, that's it. Like, that shook my bones, and I said, I'll never do that again. And, so that's where I started. Well, then I ended up at a car dealership, and one day someone came in, they bought a car, and they said, Frankie, you're way too smart to be doing this. You would be so well off in the real estate industry. And I said, okay. And at the time, I didn't know if I wanted to be a realtor or a mortgage guy, and I had to think about who I was. I'm a numbers guy.
Right.
And I'm just very, very good with numbers. So I actually got accepted to Freedom Mortgage. They kind of put me through schooling. Yep. They gave me my licensing. And then after that, obviously I left. And, I'm in the mortgage industry now. I love it. It's been great.
Now, this is a little different business model than the Freedom Mortgage model. Freedom Mortgage, if those you don't know, a little more customer service oriented, sit at a cubicle, answer the phone, go here. In this business model that we do, it's a little bit more go out there and make contacts. You got to make friends with realtors. You got to make friends with customers. You got to be a little more social. How did you handle the transition between answer the phone and sell deals and go and hunt and make your own relationships?
So I started, like I said, with Freedom, and coming in every day, having to put a headset on, having to be in a little cubicle, having to obviously just have 100 people calling the same leads just because that's, the leads that you got for the month. Like, that got tiring real quick. So then I left to go to another mortgage company, which was a similar setup. And then I realized one day, I said, I like mortgages, but I can't do it like this. This is just not my style. So someone approached me and said, listen, I think you'd be really, really good if you went into the real estate world, worked with a lot of realtors. You could do all kinds of products instead of just one specific craft. And I literally made the jump. I just said, I'm out. I made the jump. I had no idea what I was doing. And then I met someone. They said, listen, go out to lunch with realtors, try to meet people, go to open houses, and I just took a dive.
Nice.
And that was it. I mean, I never looked back. I would never go back to any other setup. I love this setup. And I'm happy to be a part of Envoy.
Yeah, even it's crazy. Even when like really, really good booming times are here. You know, I had a couple friends that were working in call centers and making ridiculous money. And I would think to myself, man, it would be nice to just not have to hunt whatsoever. Go in, sit at a desk, answer the phone, just BS for 8 hours, hang up the phone and get out. But that would be cool for like a week. And then I'd be so tired of it because there's no creativity to it. There's no individuality to it. So I don't think I could ever do that again.
Nah. It's one thing to, I mean, if you want to sit, like I said, if you want to go in, clock out, that's great. I'm too fidgety. Yeah. I can't do it. I have to be doing something new every day. It keeps
Yesterday,
me active.
when you went to the bathroom, you didn't clock out. I can't work here.
Right. It's just, you gotta like, if you do the same thing every day and there's no change in it, you're gonna lose your mind.
Yeah.
So like the ability just to get out, network, meet new people, do awesome things, go to do things that are even outside of the real estate network and just connect with business owners. That is something that you don't do in a call center.
Yeah, for sure. Now you're working on an event here at the office that's coming up where we're gonna partner up with Wigs and Wishes.
Yep.
A really good charity for children who are getting chemotherapy and losing their hair, and you're going to get that with Martina Cartier. You're going to work out with us. You're going to do a car show. Talk a little bit about the car show and your vision for that, because this is really your baby.
So I'm a huge fan of cars, bikes, anything that you can kind of go fast in or just have fun. And everyone likes cars, especially if you're like an automotive guy. Like, just there's something about cars. It's just that thing. So I have a passion for vehicles. And for me, why not have food trucks, DJ, some awesome cars, not just exotic cars, not just classic cars. I want to include everyone in this. I want to
How
have
many Priuses are going to be there?
one Prius, and that's yours.
Gonna be there?
And that's yours. That's going to be we're going to put some big tires on it. We're going to put it with the off-road vehicles.
I'm calling exhibit before the car show happens. I'm having pimp my Prius up a little bit.
Pimp my ride. 2022.
You might see some pink neon undercarriage lights or something like that when I pull up. I don't know.
I might put it in the next Tokyo Drift movie. But yeah, I want to like do something different. Like usually when you go to car shows, other than like the major car shows, it's usually just classic cars or just exotic cars or just off-road vehicles. I want to just kind of bring and bridge everyone together and just do something special and give back to a really, really good cause.
Yeah, great charity. All right, now we're going to talk a little bit about the future because you're here trying to build something. Let me know one or two of the goals. We're going to go 2 years in the future, October of 2024. Give me a couple goals that Frank Ranzino is going to accomplish between now and then.
With Envoy, we're going to grow a bigger team. We're going to get better and better. Not that we're not already better, but realtors are doing, loan officers are doing 21-day closings. I want to get that number down to 10-day closings every single time. As a matter of fact, the first closing we did together.
Lisa, I didn't say that. I just want to make sure Lisa, she's watching this. I did not say 10-day closings. That was Frank.
My goal is to do 10-day closings. Right. I think we have done it. We've already done it since I've been here.
Sure.
It's about,
if you could do it once, you can do it every time, right?
Absolutely. Okay. As long as everything's put together the right way, and that's why that's a good thing with loan officers. Not every loan officer is on the same caliber of work. If you structure the deal the right way up front, you can do things the right way. Yeah. If you do it messy, it's going to be messy, and that's really what it comes down to. So I definitely want to grow the team. I want to have faster closing times. I definitely want to open a couple more branches. But more importantly, I really want to get Envoy on the map. Not that we're not, but I want to get Envoy really on the map with not just mortgages, but like all around just the community. I want to help really build people's businesses in and outside of real estate.
Nice.
So that's my goal, just to be an entrepreneur, help others grow as well as myself. And it's just good to do something and give back.
Nice. Frankie, thank you so much for coming on The Neighborhood. We'll be back next week with another episode of Mr. Mortgage's Neighborhood.